take us through the madness of what unfolded in the Dublin Sunshine?
Oh, lads, I can't. Yeah, but it basically essentially ended up in a draw, and then it was a great draw as well. I really enjoyed it. Aviva Stadium as well. I thought it would be a bit quiet. God, it was amazing, like manic stadium, and Toulouse kept up with them with the 16th man and managed to pull away with it in the end with a penalty shootout. Ain't seen that since Jordan Crane sent Leicester to glory against Cardiff Blues. Who missed it? Martin Williams, wasn't it? Yeah. Fuck. He was Mr. Cardiff at the time, poor
exactly.
So yeah, man, amazing game. Started off when Ken Dellin going over the 7. Do you see him bump the prop?
Right.
Bump the tight head, who was having a hell of a game. I think that was Toulouse's big into the match, actually, the scrum time. They dominated up front. But there were so many strong performances. I thought Mike Haley was outstanding. Big fella before he had to go off of a HIA. And then obviously LaBelle looked very naughty. Did you see him do Zeebs?
Right at the end with that little step.
Poor guy. That's like the worst. You're coming in, you got to fill the disconnect, and then the magic feet like a tap dancing centipede. Hell of a finish.
I think I've upset our old mate Zeebs. Did you see?
Oh no!
Someone put out that video of him getting absolutely melted.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Oh, so he gets it's a late-ish shot. I wouldn't say it's late.
Yeah.
And he gets absolutely upended. It was on like something on Instagram, and someone was like, "Is this a yellow card?" And I tagged him saying, "No chance, it's a yellow." And he's just bitten like hard, bitten hard. Like, yeah, my feet. I wasn't horizontal. I didn't land on my neck. I didn't get whiplash. I was just like, whoa. Fishing rod emoji straight in there.
Oh, no.
Had to finish up. I hope you're all right, mate. But yeah, he bit hard on that one. But I suppose it wasn't great timing, was it, from me? That was a bit out of order. But here's a question for you. When did they change the rules on this penalty shootout? Because I swear it's so much better when forwards had to kick.
It gets way more spicy. Imagine getting down to the type 5s, having a crack. I concur completely.
You got Sam Warburton. He's so sensible, isn't he? He's like, "Oh, this is a much better way to do it." You know, the kickers doing it. No one wants to see a kicker kick goals. People want to see props. People want to see Stefan Armitage promote their team top 14. They want to see Mark Williams miss kicks. You know what I mean? That's the fun of it.
Give some props and mental illness. I'm so down.
And I'm all for it up until I have to take a kick. I would have absolutely shit myself.
Because I know I'm last on the roster. On the depth chart at Bristol, I'd be fully last. There's not even a debate. I've got feet like a centaur. There's no way. There's no way.
You're like, listen, I can kick a football. This is easy. Easy. And then you try and do it. It just doesn't go well, does it?
There's some kind of technique to this.
But my God, yeah, that had everything, didn't it, that game? Like, I just thought it was so good, such a good match. And then even like the extra time with the missed shots, with the missed drop goals, both like Toulouse and Munster both had a shot and it like creaking. And then you just knew it was going to, well, at the end of the game as well, obviously the 60-meter shot at goal. Like, and you were thinking, oh, come on. We were watching it in the team room, right? And there's a couple Munster men that are in our staff, and they're obviously one of them. And I'm like, please don't go, because I wanted to see what happened. And because we get, before we play, like, for example, the quarters there, we get told by the ref, right, if it obviously goes to extra time, it'll then go on tries scored. And if it doesn't, if nothing happens, then it goes to extra time. Then it's if someone scores points, and then it will go to the kick out. And I'm thinking, it's 9 o'clock. If that happens, I reckon we're 1 o'clock and we're still going. Like, that's absolutely ridiculous. I'm having a laugh and a joke with the ref, but you're not planning for that, are you? The only people that are planning for that are maybe some drop goals. Drop goals in training must be getting knocked about for the end of the game. But why is it in knockout rugby that always happens? Like, it gets down to the wire.
I guess it's.
You don't think so? Like, you rarely see it in a normal game. Come to like knockout rugby, and there's always these dramas of like having that last minute penalty and things like that. I reckon it does something to someone's mentality.
Cagey, innit? You maybe become a bit more conservative because it's just a knockout. But yeah.
It was so good though. So good. But yeah, I think scrap the rule of letting the kickers take kicks, take it back to everyone has to do one.
So
yeah,
you have to select 3 kickers, both of you,
Mm.
throughout history in a kick shootout for your lives. Who are you going with?
Well, you're obviously taking JW Inkinson, and then Neil Jenkins. And I'm going to go with. I feel like Andrew Mertens had better sights on the boot than Dan Carter, so I'm going to go with Mertens.
Ooh, right.
There's a lot. You've forgotten an absolute Scottish legend there, Chris Patterson.
Oh, Chris Patterson.
I thought you were going to go Gavin Hastings.
No. Mossy had that ball on a string.
Yeah, he was some kicker. That's a good shout, Chris Patterson.
He would definitely be in the mix. You've got Lee Halfpenny was always ridiculous at international level. He was always one.
And he was very good.
Throw him in the mix. You got Mornay Stain again.
Yes,
there's a lot, but
you're right.
I'm definitely with you on Johnny Wilkinson.
Mm-hmm.
I'm throwing Chris Patterson in there for sure.
Yeah.
So we have to agree on the third one.
So you're off Jenkins?
Oh yeah, we could chuck Jenkins in there. Mertens, you're right. Mertens was up there between Mertens and Carter as well.
Yeah.
Pick one. You pick one. As long as Mossy's in there, I'm happy.
Yeah, all right. That's like we'll just go with those three. Yeah, Wilkinson, Patterson, and Jenkins. Boom.
There you are.
Hey lads.
Whitey boy.
We're delighted to be joined by wannabe scrum half Nick White and a fellow 99% barbarian like Ryan as well. How are things, Nick?
Mate, very good. The Barbars week that we never had, or we did have, we never played. Probably a good thing. Those blokes look pretty revved up. But mate, I'm pretty good. Super season's doing all right, so can't complain. Kids are asleep.
Hey, you mentioned that, mate. I was desperate to see what it was like to play after going out 6 of the 7 nights, just to see how the body held up. I was intrigued to see what would actually happen. I don't think I've never got to do it, mate. And hey, like we said, there's still this one. Oh no, you'll probably be in Oz, won't you? But June, you never know. England in June 18th, I think it is. If I'm not in the final, Barbars again. Whitey, surely you just come over for that and then go and meet Aussie wherever they are.
Oh, look, never say never. But I don't know. After, like you said, after 6 days of drinking, I was certain I wasn't going to put in my best. I was feeling pretty dusty. So if I do it again, I won't be hanging out with blokes like you that stay out all night. I'll be taking it someone a little bit more serious. Far out. I did feel a little bit better though, must say, with the Saffers we had, with Kits, Michael Marks and Big Dwayne. That was calming influence, seeing those big buggers there with a pint and be like, oh, we'll be right, boy. I was like, yeah, we will be right. Behind you, we'll be fine.
Nick, did you ever see what Ryan said about you on the show? And can I read it to you? Because it's verbatim. It's quite funny.
Wow.
Okay, he said, I have met some absolute legends. I'm not even joking, some proper mates for life and blokes you'd never, ever believe it. Honestly, Nick White, I've played against him so many times. He's a mouthy little fucker on the field. One of those blokes that gets the eyes as well. Like, you fucking want to go, mate? Like, gives you the eyes across the pitch. And you're like, what is wrong with this bloke? Off the field, one of the best blokes I've ever met. Legend, absolute legend.
That's rugby.
Oh. Thank you, Max. Yeah, it is. Thank you, Ryan, mate. Yeah, look, I've always been one that I hope that people that play against me know that I'm not like that at all off the park, like off the pitch. I'm completely different. It's like my little outlet. I do have small man syndrome. I don't know how small I am. And I think when I walk onto that pitch, I am 6'8" and can go toe to toe with everyone. I think, thank goodness there's cameras that blokes can't hit me like back in the days. But look, I'm a little bit nuts out on the field, but like I'm not. I hope people don't understand that I'm not like that off the field. I'm not walking around hotels spraying my teammates and spraying the staff or anything like that, or walking down the street and giving a gobful to anyone who walks near me. I'll just save that for the 80 minutes on the weekend.
You know the eyes I'm talking about. You want to fucking go, mate? Oh, that's what you want to fucking go. Oh, here he is.
Look, it's I don't know where that comes from. It's just a bit nuts.
I love it.
Nick, obviously, you guys have been going so well this season. massive Super Rugby contenders. You're sitting second, 10 wins from 11. How good does it feel, though, to be beating the Kiwi teams in particular?
Yeah, I think that was always going to be the challenge. Like the way the season's turned out, we played all the Aussie stuff first, and there was always like a half eye on like, look, this is nice. Getting a few wins against a few of the Aussie teams. But no disrespect to them, we knew that it was like, look, until we play a Kiwi side and really measure up against them, we won't know where we're sitting. So look, at kind of like the bye week came after we played all the Aussie teams. So we played all the Aussie teams, had a bye, then into the Kiwi. So it gave us that little break, and then we're like, it's almost a new competition for us. And look, we've done all right, which is good. Like it's been pretty tough for Aussie teams for a fair few super seasons now. And I don't know, be flying the flag for, we feel like we're kind of having a fight for Australian rugby at the moment, and we're doing all right. We've won the first three, but we've got the Crusaders and Blues in the next two, which are, that's kind of the top three at the moment. So, look, Crusaders is Friday night, and if we can get it over them at home, that kind of, almost locks up our top two. And then we've got the Blues the following week, and that'll, hopefully we get a number on the Crusaders, and then it'll just be out and out. Let's have it. It'd be good to have the Blues over here because she's bloody cold here at the moment. And that's those that know Canberra pretty well, it can get pretty miserable here in winter. So we know teams don't like coming down here. The funny thing about Super Rugby, it's almost like Europe in that the higher you come up, it's pretty important when it gets to finals. So, you get a home quarter final, home semi-final, but you also get a home final. Like it's not a neutral ground. So, if we make it all the way, you'd love to be playing, the Crusaders or Blues here in Canberra in miserable conditions, which would be great rather than having to go over and try to take him on in Auckland or going down to Christchurch. So, look, it's a big one the next couple of weeks, but we're doing all right.
You know what I'm jealous of? The fact that you get to go over. Did you play the Ndrua in Fiji, or did you play them over in Oz when they had their own game?
No, we got them in Oz, the poor buggers. They weren't able to go back. But like we watched the Highlanders go over there, and everyone was like, "Oh, gee, there'll be Fijians climbing up the stands. They'll be hanging from the rooftops just to watch this game." And you're like, "Oh, you'd hate to be that team that versed them first." Like Highlanders did well to get a win there. Like 31 degrees, humid as fuck, and like if Aaron's yeah, it was right at the end. Like if Aaron Smith's saying it's one of the toughest games he's played and his lungs were hanging out, like Max, mate. Imagine how you're, like the big boys up front must have been absolutely hurting. And like, honestly, like when you play the Fijians over here, like I reckon we got them at a good time. But when they went over there, I reckon they were all 9 foot tall. Yeah. Like they all grew a leg, and it just would have been so hard.
I absolutely love watching them. Like it's so good seeing them do well as well. And like everyone was worried that they'd throw a team together and they wouldn't be that competitive. But I think the more, because they're looking at doing the Chiefs game over there, the more games they get back in La Toca, they'll just be killing it.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a contract over there. I wonder if Ronnie Whiteman can get a job over there in the Fijian and Drua. Even as a kit man, we joke about it, but I'd do anything to be involved in that setup. Absolute legends.